We've all done it. We reach into a gang box and we grab one or two tools that we need and we pull it out, and about a dozen tools come with it, all hooked into or tangled up with the cord of its neighbor, and pretty soon you just, I mean, cords get tangled and dealing with it is a fact of life. I've got 2 or 3 ways that I like to do that. These are not complicated. This is not rocket science, but it's helped me. So the way I did it for a long time, too long maybe, was predictable, and it felt like I was doing a good thing, particularly on drill motors. I mean, that's pretty good, right? Yes, it's pretty good. But the problem is, if you're doing it and you get in the habit of doing it too tight, you wear that out and your cord breaks. And we've all got the cords where the jacket has finally parted right there, and before long you can see copper. But what else are you going to do? I mean, this is a hummingbird. I don't know how many of you guys have even seen this. It was the original offset drill. And even if we remember ourselves to keep lots of slack back here at this beginning bite, your helper is going to come along, and he's going to feel like he's doing you a favor if everything is tight and tidy. And then that's what you get. So for the past few years, I've been experimenting with 2 different ways. The first one I learned from a guy named Andy Donor, an excellent blacksmith who lived here for a while. And he learned it from a guy he was giving a blacksmith class to, and it's just a knot that you, oh no, by the way, did you know that cord length on corded tools varies from 6 feet to 10 feet? Or in my case, 40 feet on my skill saw. But if you have a short, maybe a 6-foot cord and it's large diameter, this is hard to do. You double it, and then you double it again, and then you twist an overhand knot in the middle of it. And that's not bad. But some cords are too large and too short and too stiff, and the downside continues to be that it'll take that set. I mean, the copper and the rubber and everything has a memory, and you tend to get an unnecessarily sort of kinked up cord. So, yeah, I mean, it works. It's better than just leaving it tangled up in your box. Now, if you have, this is a case where it works even better. This is a 10-foot cord on this power plane. That's plenty long. So you can double it and double it again. But now you get to the question of, if I double it again, it's too short to make the knot. So you leave it a little longer than you might choose to, put an overhand knot. It's not all that small, but it's fairly tidy. What I think I've settled on as being my preferred method now, and let me repeat, this is not complicated. It may not even be interesting. And yes, you can buy Velcro ties that attach to the cord. You can even buy a type of a securing device, kind of like the band on your Apple Watch, where it's a heavy, rubbery plastic band and with a row of holes in it. You can do all that, and it's great, but I haven't. What I like now is just to make a series of loops, twisting the cord as I go so I don't have to go over under, twist it, and when I get down to where I have a certain amount left, I just wrap it from the inside with the camera going. I just wrap it a few times. That is maybe more than was needed. And the beauty of that is it's short and you're not straining anything. Nothing is strained, and the kinks that set in don't get that tight. And then on a drill or something, the loop sometimes will wrap around the tool itself. I have almost given up on putting tools back into their plastic boxes because of the tight kink that it puts at the end of the cord. And we did a video about why I put a long cord on my skill saw. And we've done videos about why, in many cases, I prefer a corded skill saw to a cordless. But if you've got a long cord, and a lot of you have told me that OSHA doesn't stand for that the cord can only be 6 feet long. But Bosch, where's my power plane? Bosch, like I mentioned, puts a 10-foot cord on this, so I don't know what the rule is. But I know I like a 40-foot cord, but then you got to manage it, and I manage it with a chain stitch, with a daisy chain, so that a 40-foot cord comes apart as easy as this. Or a 60-foot cord, or a 100-foot cord, or whatever you want. Works really good. The startup on a skill saw is very specific. You double the cord, right? And then to create the loop that begins to make the daisy chain, I stick both bites, both loops, through that top handle, and then I just do the standard daisy chain. You can check that other video for a more detailed sort of treatment of that. So that's 3 different ways to treat the cords on your good old corded tools, not counting the Velcro wraps and the plasticky, rubbery bands, which are also good. But if you don't have that, I guess this is my final recommendation. I just like that. And then you just pull that out. It takes a second. Get it all the way out. And off you go, without either, really winding up your cord too tight and without straining the attachment. So, I mean, it's as individual as any other taste, right? And there's no accounting for taste. But however it is that you manage your cords, manage them. They'll last you a little longer, you'll get to work a little quicker, and you'll have a little less frustration at the end of the week. And that ain't nothing. Thanks for watching Essential Craftsman. And keep up the good work.